Hi. The plan for this week is to write and get a haircut. On my way to the beach, on this road, there's this mysterious building that, look, it's got these like Half-Life looking doors, and it's all locked up, and there's no windows on the entire building, so it's a little spooky. There's Nick with his free poetry, feeding the birds. Well, my favorite food truck is missing. Or they've moved spots. I don't really know where I would go to find it. Oh well. Here's hoping. Before I can do any laundry, I have to set up my little station first. So I bring in a little stool to sit on, and then I prop open the door with the trash can for some airflow, and then we're all good to go. I spray some stains with a stain remover spray to get those out. In goes the detergent, and the coin, and there's that. And then I decide to have my breakfast. I have these wool dryer balls, and I only use 2. I'm skipping the folding footage because no one wants to see that. And since I'm all packed up, it's time to go. So, bye-bye. But I actually can't forget my camera, so I had to go back for that. And then it's nighttime, so I decided to make a sandwich for dinner. We're using guava jelly, of course. It's a little ugly, but that's okay. Sometimes ugly things can still taste good. So my Monday was pretty unproductive until I helped my friend Nick move in that night. So today I woke up and decided to be productive by doing some video editing. And then Henig brought me a little ice cream treat that was shaped like a fish. And it was actually pretty good. Then it was time for a surprise adventure, which means I hopped on a random bus with my lunch to see where it would take me.
From the bus.
We passed by the university, but I didn't really see anything that made me want to get off, so I just got off when it came back around. Well, that was fun. I really wanted a haircut, and my Auntie Aya had recommended this place called Supercuts, so I walked over and got one. And then I went to the ocean and turned in an application at ABC. Surprise Adventure Part 2. This time, something did pull me off the bus, when we passed these 2 strange head statues, and I wanted to investigate. I found myself at the Hawaii State Art Museum. A friendly security guard greeted me and explained the layout of the museum. Then I got to meet a resident artist.
artist in residence here at the Hawaii State Art Museum, now retitled as Capital Modern. So I'm working on a graphic novel adaptation of some of Robert Louis Stevenson's stories, and it's some of the stories that he wrote while he was in the Pacific, and they have very strong Hawaiian protagonists and characters. And it's also quite a bit of magic and other kinds of really cool things that are going on in these stories, but they also take place over 150 years ago, which is a great window into what was going on in Hawaii 150 years ago. So this is a voluntary position, so it's just a way for me to kind of give back to the community. And I also have a lot of students that come to the museum, so any way for me to inspire and inform. I just like to think of a time when I was a kid. You know, if I came to a museum and there was an artist there and I could just show them, you know, a little bit of what I was working on and think to offer some feedback, I know I would really appreciate it, so it's my way to give back.
I decided I would start with the sculpture garden. After passing an area that looked like it was intended for eating, I saw the outside with an enticing buddy. Alright, we made it outside to the buddy over there. And we've got like this lake looking cool. There were some cool squares all over, and this rail that looked like it held a story. I tried to capture it the best I could with some photographs. Next, I went upstairs to use the funny bathroom, and there were 2 galleries. But I started with this one. So, that was a pretty cool section. The other had a spooky entry, but also creatures and characters. While I was amidst the unknown, I met Roberto. He told me there would be a jazz music event the following evening. And then I remembered my forgotten lunch plans and had to bounce. My mother's high school friend, Danny, picked me up and got me lunch at L&L. In the morning, I went with Jaime to shop at Walmart. That evening, I returned to check out the jazz music event at the museum. A student group was playing at first, and it was just kind of chill. So I went upstairs to see what I could find. There were some food stalls, including Middle Eats, where I met the charismatic Alan and Oscar. Alan said I made his night by ordering the lamb kebab, since it was also his favorite. And yeah, it was delicious, as was the bread and the rice and the whole meal, including this baklava, which was Overall, I would say a successful meal. I turned on some tunes, said hi to the Half-Life building, and set out to get some coffee from Cafe Alani. This little drink has become my local go-to. It's called the Bumble Coffee. It's made of orange juice, espresso, and honey, and it's pretty good. I also got this amalgamation of Nutella and fruit, and it was Ginami as well. Then, it was back to editing this video, but not before talking to my neighbor Silky. So I'm in Hawaii for a while, helping supporting my grandma and trying to be okay. Some of my favorite things about being here: no allergies, the laughter and ice cream I share with my grandma, exploring and trying to figure this place out, and being by the ocean. Some of my not so favorites: everything is expensive,